Good morning, everyone. I am so honored to be able to take a few minutes and share my family's experience about dealing with heterotaxy. So my husband and I struggled with infertility for many, many years. Thanks to in vitro fertilization, we were able to have a daughter 4 years ago. When she was about a year old, we decided it was time for my son. So we began treatment in preparation to transfer his embryo. Unfortunately, about a week before his scheduled transfer, my father passed away. My fertility doctor asked, "Are you sure you want to go forward with this? Do you want to wait a few months just to give yourself some grieving?" And I told her, "No, we need to move forward. I need this. My family needs this. We need something to look forward to." So we proceeded with the transfer. 2 weeks later, I had confirmation that I was pregnant. We had something to look forward to, and it was wonderful. Everything proceeded as usual. At 10 weeks, I was transferred to the OBGYN department of our medical group. There, we had the first ultrasound scan. Again, everything was normal. My husband and I go in to have the ultrasound. The technician was doing the scan. Everything was normal. We were so happy. Then she walked out of the room to go check with the doctor, as they always do. Except this time, she came back, took more images, left again. And then she brought the doctor back with her. My heart sank. In all the ultrasounds I had had from my previous pregnancy, the doctor never came in. This was not a good sign. He starts talking. I don't remember what he said. I could hear him and my husband talking. The room was black. I couldn't comprehend anything. The only thing I remember from that meeting was one sentence. "If this comes back as severe heterotaxy, do you want to terminate the pregnancy?" I just lost my father, and now you're talking about losing my baby. We went home that day, and I did what you're not supposed to do and jump online and read all about this heterotaxy. I learned most don't make it to day 1 of life, and those that do, most don't live to their first birthday. I was devastated. I spent the next 3 days in bed crying. Pulled myself together and moved on with life. But every time I felt that baby move, every time I felt that baby kick, it was heartbreaking. Am I going to lose my son? Next comes the anatomy scan. We were prepared for the worst news possible. And yet what came out of that scan was dextrocardia. Everything else looked fine, just dextrocardia. We can handle this. Subsequent scans confirmed dextrocardia. The heart was functioning fine. We were ecstatic. We could finally be happy for this baby. We prepared for the baby shower. We started preparing the nursery. It was perfect. Of course, we were angry at the doctor who had suggested terminating this pregnancy, but we were okay. Go to the hospital. Son's delivered. Because of the dextrocardia and the suspicion of heterotaxy early on, they went ahead and started doing all the scans. It was from then that we started dealing with heterotaxy. By the time we left the hospital, we had referrals: cardiology, infectious disease, GI. We now had medications to take every day, and we left so confused. How could this happen? Because of the fertility treatments, both my husband and I had all of the genetic testing. Nothing was there. Even to this day, my son has had the genetic testing. They can't find anything. We don't know how this happened. We go home from the hospital for the next 8 months. It's a blur. Every doctor's appointment produced more tests. Each test produced more doctor's appointments. It was so confusing. Most of us don't have medical degrees. Most of us don't have a background in medicine. And all of a sudden, we need to become experts in our children, into the complexities of the human body. A condition like this changes everything about that child. And all of a sudden, we needed to know it in a very, very short period of time. It is rocked with confusion. It is rocked with blame. What did we do to cause this condition in our child? Every parent feels this. It's part of the process. You start to become isolated. Number one, because your life is built around this child, doctor's appointments. It's built around scans, tests, imaging. Your life becomes medical appointments. You start struggling at work because you're never at work. You're taking care of your child. Who has time to keep that marriage good and healthy? Who has time for dates? It's all about this child. Your marriage starts falling apart. You can't talk to any of your friends or family members because they've never heard of heterotaxy. I've never heard of heterotaxy. It is so rare that you don't come across it. You try to tell your friends and family about it, and they come back with silly suggestions on how to fix it. Questions of, well, just because the statistics say that, why are you worried about it? It's amazing some of the responses that you get. And pretty soon, you just stop talking about it, and you become isolated. One thing that all heterotaxy parents have in common is fear. I'm one of the lucky ones. My son is one of the lucky ones. He didn't have to have any surgeries in the first few days of life. Up to date, he hasn't had to have any surgeries. I don't know what it's like to have to watch my day one baby go into surgery for his heart. But I do understand that fear and anxiety every day. That fear that you are going to miss something that's going to cost your baby his life. That fear of when that fever first hits and you're waiting, is this it? Every scraped knee now becomes a problem. We all share fear. And as clinicians, you are on the front line to help us, not only with your medical background, to help us understand what is going on and to help our child, but to help take care of the family. My story is not that different from every other parent dealing with heterotaxy. We all feel that fear. We all feel that isolation. We all feel that worry. And from your standpoint, you guys are the best people to help us, to recommend getting in contact with others who share that same fear, to recommend finding a social group dedicated to heterotaxy or whatever rare disease or condition that's being talked about, to give that parent an outlet. You guys are there to be able to watch our mental health, because if the parent's mental health starts declining, who's there for the kids? The mom falls apart, the dad falls apart, marriage falls apart, the family's broken. And it takes a village to get these kids to continue. My final recommendation is to remind yourself, you guys are here to help. You spent a whole lot of years learning about this and learning how to best help. And you did that because you want to be there, you want to help. But remind yourself, to you guys, this is a case. This is a battle. But to us, it's our life. It is our child's life. And we thank you so much for being here today to learn and to understand. Thank you.